Introduction to Composite Shapes. Now, this is part of exercise 5D, from your exercise books. Now, you can either watch the video or take notes as you go along. So, firstly, composite shapes. Let's have a look at what that is. Well, a composite shape may be something like this. So, composite sort of means stuck together. So, we may have a shape like this, which is a rectangle. But then we may add something onto that. So we might add another shape. So for instance, we may put a triangle here. Now, if we erase that part there, we've made something called a composite shape. Why is it composite? Well, it's made up of two shapes, being a rectangle plus triangle. Now in this course we'll be using shapes that we learnt from 5C, so that could be anything from a rectangle, a triangle, a square, a rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium, sector and circle. Now what we need to do in tackling these kinds of problems is we need to establish the area and perhaps the perimeter. So we need to work out the area or the perimeter. I'll spell perimeter right as well, that should always help. Of these shapes. Say for instance, that rectangle might have had a side length of 5 centimeters, so top and bottom, and this might be 3 centimeters, and the triangle that we added might be 2 extra centimeters. What we need to do is just break the shape up into its parts that we learnt from 5C. So say for instance here we've got a rectangle and a triangle. Now let's say for instance we're given a little bit more information here. So let's just say this one here is 3.6 centimeters. What would be the perimeter of this shape? Well, to work that out, you'll just add up the perimeter. So you can pick wherever you want to start. So that corner, you add up this side, this, and this until you're back to the start. So in this case, the perimeter would be 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3.6 plus 5, which makes a total of, what have we got there, 10, 15, 18.6, 23.6, then add the units, centimeters. Now, area is a little bit different. You may note that we had two shapes, shape 1 and shape 2. So we could work out the area of shape 1, which is length times width. So just refer to your formulas from previous lesson, which is 5 times 3, which is 15 centimeters squared. The area of 2 is a triangle, so half base times height, which is half times 2, times by 3, which becomes 3 centimeters squared. So what's the total area? So the sum of the areas is 15 plus 3, which is equal to 18 centimeters squared. Now this here makes our final answer. So what do we have overall? Well, we've found a perimeter and we've found an area. One thing to note for the perimeter here is that, do you note how we didn't count that height there? Reason being is we're going around the outside of the shape. There we go, that's an intro to composite shapes. Throughout the rest of these videos, we'll be doing a few more of these examples.